Here is what is known so far about the Solar War from the reports collated after the events of Operation Bloodstorm. Deep within SDF controlled territory was a fueling station that was a vital piece of infrastructure the SDF could not lose, as it was essential for the acquisition and distribution of fuel for their warships. Operation Burnwater was launched to take out the fueling plant. Such an audacious attack was led by Commander Reyes and Staff Sergeant Omar, along with a handful of Marines and mechanized support. With heavy casualties, the plant was successfully destroyed by Commander Reyes and members of SCAR team. While the attack was taking place, a distress call was sent, but as Olympus Mons arrived, the plant laid in ashes, and a short battle took place against the Retribution and the Olympus. Outclassed and outgunned, the Retribution was ordered to fall back, leaving Commander Reyes stranded in space with his enhanced tactical humanoid, codenamed Ethan. With Retribution fleeing from the Olympus, the destroyer Tigris received word of Commander Reyes' hardship and rescued him from certain death. The after-action reports detail that Captain Farron was acting alone without permission from the UNSA High Command. With Commander Reyes returned to the helm of the Retribution, a course was set to a mining facility gone dark, which was vital for rare earth resources essential for rebuilding the fleet. Also, information was gathered on Earth that Raya was transmitting a signal to SDF forces that, if broken, would indicate an all clear to a SDF invasion force of Earth, information that would prove useful for counter-deception. With the arrival of the Ret to the remote mining facility, it was discovered that the asteroid was spinning off course, making its day and night cycle erratic. Reyes ordered his team down to look for survivors, much to the disapproval of Lieutenant Salter. After intense encounters with worker robots gone rogue, survivors were found and had been bunkering down against the gone wild worker robots. Trapped, they only had one option, and that was to flee to the evac point, where Lieutenant Salter would exfil the survivors and the team. But unfortunately, Staff Sergeant Omar was cut off trying to rescue a survivor. Staff Sergeant Omar is presumed killed in action. After the loss of Omar, Commander Reyes came up with a plan to lure the SDF invasion force to Geneva, as a counter-deception plan to lead them to believe Earth's Iron Shield was down, but it would only be lying in wait for them, and therefore even the playing field. The transponder implanted on Raya would have to be extracted for them to destroy the transponder and retain Raya as a prisoner. Unfortunately, the convoy was being ambushed by SDF soldiers implanted within Geneva. Their orders were to rescue Raya and resume with their original plan, to take out the Aegis guns and leave Earth undefended. With Raya on the run, Reyes was in pursuit of the fugitive, and ultimately failed to detain him. Due to Raya escaping, he was able to destroy the Aegis guns from a remote location in Geneva, set up by the SDF forces, and taking his own life, signalling an all-clear to the SDF invasion fleet. With the arrival of the enemy fleet in Geneva, its first target was to destroy the High Command of the UNSA. As a result, Admiral Rains was killed along with thousands of high-ranking UNSA personnel. With little option, Reyes had no choice but to order the Retribution to do a hard drop in Earth's atmosphere, causing a massive shockwave that would disorientate the Olympus and give the ability for Reyes and his team to board the Olympus by force by killing its way to the top deck. This resulted in the death of Admiral Salem Koch, the High Commander of SDF forces in the system. With his commander dead, SDF warships were forced to either surrender or fall back. With a sudden and unexpected victory, they planned to capitalise their advantage by commencing an attack on Mars' orbital shipyard, known as Operation Bloodstorm.